Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. Let's play some Ostranauts. In the previous episode, I finished, well, I didn't finish, but I looted a good portion of this ship, got a lot of the good stuff off of it, and brought it back. And what I'm going to do next is clean all this up, take it back to KLAG and sell it, and we're going to see what we come away with. One of the more interesting finds, there was a pair of nav stations on there, and nav stations can be very valuable. I'm looking forward to seeing how that holds up. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the return trip and the repairing of everything so that you don't have to kind of sit through and watch that. My last video got kind of long and dragged in a lot of spots, lots of dead air. I didn't really like that. I am kind of learning that that's not fully that's not really unusual in Let's Play videos. It's just not exactly my style. I want your time to be valued, and I want to do my best to fill it with stuff that's fun or useful or funny, or just telling the story. So we're going to go ahead and start back, and I'm going to fix everything up. We'll cut away and cut back once that's done and we're at the station. Okay, here we are back at KLAG. I have repaired everything up, or restored everything up to like new condition. I did not, now that I think about it, I did not do that with the EVA suits that were here, but we'll come back to those. I don't really have space to put them on the floor right now and fix them anyway. And I really want to see what these are going to sell for. So we're going to make a couple of quick stops here on the way down to the fixer. I want to see from a license desk perspective what it would normally sell those for, and then we're going to go see what it looks like down at the fixer. So those are in cargo, and as I mentioned, they contain data files, so we want to take a peek at what those are looking like as well. It's not opening those up for me. Okay, so maybe there's nothing in there for it to see, but they're selling for $8,400. That's not bad at all. Let's go see what we can do at the fixer. I think he should have a different name than the fixer. It should be something like the handyman or something like that. He's effectively a fence, right? Okay, offer to trade. Let's see what we got. He has a Hydra again. I should have all this in cargo. So he's buying those for $10,500. That is really good. And it does look like there's no data on them. I'm still not getting any data accessed when I click on those. Yeah, I think it's normally very obvious. I'm not thinking there was any extra steps I would normally need to do for that. So let's go ahead and sell those. That's great. While I was doing my repairs, I did get the alert that it was almost the end of the shift. I did pay another, I think, $30,000 towards my ship. So hopefully we'll make a good portion of that back here. These thrusters are still selling for $3,400 each. Now I'm going to keep most of them, but I'm going to go ahead and sell 2 of them for now. Cryo distribution pump, that looks relatively average. Battery, that's not a great price for a battery. It's okay, but I want to keep that battery. I'm going to eventually use it. Here's the fusion grade laser capacitor, and that looks like a fairly decent price on that. Laser array. Here is a thruster that I did not get fixed. Okay, that's interesting. I apparently missed it somehow, and that's going to happen. I need to make sure, see why that might have happened when I go back upstairs. I don't think there's anything else in engineering. Well, there is that O2 canister. He's not buying it. I think that's everything. So we will sell $40,000 in goods. Now I had to navigate around Ganymede, I guess is what people have said that KLAG is on. It's as reasonable as anything I can think of. I was on the exact opposite side of it when it was time to return. So it took a little longer to navigate around, and I had to use a little more RCS in doing that. Okay, we'll come out here to the license desk and see what else we can sell. Battery selling almost as well here as it was at the fixer. We will sell some turbo pumps. We will sell, I'm not going to sell those thrusters. That bulkhead I want to keep. That's one I'm intending to install. That should all be flooring. Oh, those EVA suits will be in one of these. It'll be the last one I pick. There's a reason for that, of course, because it's when I'll stop looking, right? Anyway, all right, there they are. Those are selling pretty well. The one is in perfect condition. I'm going to go ahead and sell that one as well. And you know what? For the 2000, well, I want to know why it didn't fix, so I'm going to hold off on that. Accept there. We'll head back to the ship. It looks like it's this one. No. That one. Okay, just didn't get finished. No real reason. There we go. So we have 3 thrusters to work with now. And I was trying to install this bin. So I'm going to see what it takes to make that happen. Here's the actual bin. We'll pick that up and then we'll try to install it. Rotate once. Yeah, it simply won't let me do that. Try to move over here. Try one more time. Nope, won't let me install on top of that rack. So we'll drop the bin. I guess I'm going to uninstall the rack, see if I can put the bulkhead in first. I mentioned before I felt like I did it the other way, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. So we'll install this right there. Good to go. And then we will install the rack. Install. Yep, that worked. Okay, so you have to put a bulkhead in before a rack. And that's fine. I just wanted to know what the order of operations was there, and now I know. That oxygen tank, I didn't take a look and see if he was going to buy that here at the desk. Moving to out here. Go ahead and turn off our alarms for now. Boom. Okay. Head back out to here and see what he'll take that for. Now that tank wasn't completely empty, but it wasn't super full either, if I recall. Let's see if we can actually see it here. We do, 4,000. So it's about a quarter full, and it's only selling for 500. We're going to hold on to it. That's something we can use in the future. Okay, then I wanted to see if there were any backpacks available, or bags, or anything like that. Cargo pants. There we go. Definitely buying a pair of those. Not seeing. Ah, backpack. There it is. Okay, we'll pick one of those up. Excellent. There we go. That should all be back on our ship. I may have already mentioned this. I did eat while I was doing the repairing. He was very full. I believe I'm out of nice meals, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple more of those. Here we go, and those will be delivered as well, thanks to DoorDash. want to get these things out where I can see them. So he bought other food items. I wonder if they got put in here. That's what happened last time, isn't it? There they are. They're just on the floor. I missed them. Okay. Pick up all the food and put it where we want it, which is generally in here. Good food, good food. There we go. And then we're going to put on some cargo pants. The coveralls, I have no love or desire to hang on to those, but for now we'll just kind of stow them. The backpack, we will have good use for that. I'm just going to pick that up for now. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do, but it's okay. So put that there, put this backpack in here. I think what I'd like to do, at least initially, is put these parts in the backpack. We'll do that. And that'll be the direction we go with that. Now, I had indicated I wanted to do some building, and I am going to do that here. So I thought I would get it planned out a little bit. The cart has some walls on it, if I recall. And it should have some flooring too. I guess that's what this would be, right? Because that's why it's stacked. Okay, so we had done a lot of picking up of that. There's some floors, I'm sorry, there's some walls in here, there's some floors in here. So we've got a little bit to choose from. I'm just not quite sure where I want to go just yet. I think I'm going to start, I think the best way to go is you start on the engineering side. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now I want to make this a little wider, but not hugely wide. This is currently, I think it's 8 spaces from where the door ends for the airlock. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the wall is 8. I think I want to take it out 4, and then I'm going to build it down this way. I can reuse all this wall, but at some point I will need to make some decisions on how I want to proceed there. For now, I'm going to turn off my alarms. And I want to make sure, okay, I am listed as thirsty right now. I'm going to get that taken care of because I'm going to be in vacuum for a while. So we will drink from this. That should take care of that urge for the time being. And I know I just got the cargo pants, but we're going to have to stow those for a few minutes. Probably spend an hour or so in the suit doing this stuff. And we're going to go ahead and put this one on. Like I said, I'm going to turn off my alarms so that I'm not wasting my resources. That one is off. This one is off. That should do for now. Oh, we've got CO2 alarm. I'm going to turn it off. It's not connected to anything, I don't think. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off just so it's not beeping at me this whole time, because that would drive me crazy. There we go. And then we're literally just going to cut a little hole in the hull over here somewhere. It's got to be somewhere I can walk, right? So, gee, I'm not actually sure. Maybe we do it here. So let's find this wall section and let's uninstall it. Okay, now with all my alarms off, you can see the temperature immediately dropped and all the pressure is gone out of the ship. And that's fine, that's what I expected. So we're going to expand this out by 4. So I want to do some install, and that'll be hull. Come on. And we'll start with floor. And I've got all this 96 floor, so we're going to start with that. Actually, you know what I want to do is pick this up first. And I want to actually do pickup, not inventory. So we'll bring him out here. And I could flesh this out, I guess, to make it square in the back, but I've been talking about how I didn't want to make it square, so maybe I'm just going to add 4 going across here, and we're just going to leave it at that. So I have 21% oxygen, 41% battery. Should have plenty of time for this. We'll start with 96 floor. There it is, and we're going to do 1, 2, come on, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to build down this way a while. So he's got a good amount of flooring on him. Let's do that. That's probably more wall than he has. He's going to have to grab some of this as well. And we are going to have a Frankenstein wall for a while, it would appear, because I'm not thinking I have that much wall. But this will get us started. And then I'll enclose that, and we'll go from there. So we'll start with a little extra space to put in some batteries, put in some more intakes, add some thrusters. That's really the initial goal there. And this took no time at all. This is what happens when you have the right tools. Oh, he's doing repairs now because he's, you know, outside. He's not outside all that often. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to hit pause. These are all walls, so let's go ahead and let's slap the walls in there. So install HVAC wall, and this is wall 55, I think. Two, three, 4. Like I said, I don't know how much he has, so we'll just go with that for now. Let him finish that up. That's looking good. I think I can go ahead and finish that. Nope, he did have to go grab a few more pieces of wall, it looks like. And that's fine. That's kind of the plan, right? Yeah, he used all of them on the cart. So what I probably could do is when he comes back over here, I'm going to pause him, and we're just going to load him up so that we can build that out a little more efficiently. So I can add at least, okay, there's 4 more walls there. He does have plenty of floor on him, doesn't he? There's 6 walls there. Okay, whoops. I thought I was paused. Apparently I was not. That's okay. Except time was ticking away, and, you know, why waste your time? Now, I don't know if we'll be able to fill all this in just yet. I probably didn't grab enough floor to do all of that. But what we can do is kind of seal it off and then add to it on our next stop. Increase the support space for the cargo hold and see how that works for us. He is going to want to repair that stuff, and that's fine. Some of it's in really bad shape. This one already cracked. Okay, I guess it's not that bad. Looks like he's done doing his stuff. Let's have him uninstall this. And then we're going to reinstall it right there for now. That is not its permanent location. That's just to get it out of the way for a while as we continue to build this out. Okay. Roll back over here. This is where we took the wall out. So maybe we just build to here for now. I feel like that's probably enough space to get started. Back to the wall and the floor rather. Floor 96. That'll be fine. Let's do that. I don't know if he's got that much floor on him. We will know in a minute. Okay. He wants to fix something first. Usually that happens. You've probably seen this. It'll do that a couple of times and then it'll move on and get back to business, and I'm okay with that. Those things need to be repaired anyway, right? That's why it's doing it. So eventually it's going to have to get done. I would prefer he not go and polish the entire floor while I'm waiting for him to build a wall, particularly if oxygen is leaking out of the ship while it's happening. In this case, we don't have to worry about that, but it is a factor to consider. And now he's repairing that floor. So I want to take a peek and see how much floor he still has. He's gone through all his floor, and that's fine. From a wall perspective, we have 9 walls. I think that's probably more, or not enough to do everything I want it to do. So we'll probably have to, well, I don't want to challenge the integrity of the ship if I don't have all this flooring. So we'll have to take a look and see what we've got going on. Let's go ahead and do the floors. I'm sorry, the walls though. Continue to say those 2 words in exactly the opposite way I want. Going to be too short. And there he goes. Now this is an area where if I had a bigger plan all at once, if I had a ton of space and I wanted to just completely redo this ship, I might hire a crewmate to help me with this. I'm not quite there yet. I know there've been a few people asking, so how do you work with crewmates? And my answer has been, I typically don't. They are actually kind of a headache to work with. They're not very autonomous. You kind of have to hold their hand on everything and a lot. And I was kind of glad to see that other people had effectively the same experience. And I think some people probably have a great time with them, but bang for the buck, it just, for me, I would just rather work with my one little dude here and have him do what he can. It just feels more efficient that way. So that was flooring. There's nothing in this one. So we're going to want to go find an area to get more flooring. So the ship will not be whole just yet. And I'm okay with that. I effectively expected that. There might be a couple more. I would really like for there to be 2 more walls. There's not. So we might go back to the previous ship if I can find it again quickly. But there's nothing that holds us to having to do that. I might move in that direction and see what we can find. And then move on from there. That's not, I was working on floor right now, wasn't I? So I know I just picked up like 10 more pieces of floor. Uh-oh. I thought I had floor up there. I guess I don't. Okay, well, we'll know more in a minute. No, I hadn't done any of that with floor yet, had I? Okay, my bad. So we will want to effectively repair this wall section, and we won't be able to use this until we complete this, but that won't be too long. Next ship visit, we should be able to take care of that. Okay. He's used all his supplies, so we're going to go ahead and come in here, and then we're going to grab this piece of wall, and we're going to say install right there. I'm going to have to pick it up first. Okay, I did something wrong here. Whoops. So there we go. Install. Let's try that again. Install right there. Okay, there he goes. And that should do it. Let's go ahead and drop off the wagon down here, the cart. There it is. Let's see, I'm going to need to put in conduit eventually. We're going to wait on all that for now, though. I don't have a great solution for dealing with this hole right now, other than just ignoring it until I have the ability to fix it. There was one other thing I wanted to think on here. What was he holding? Conduit. We talked about that. And I think we'll just drop it in here for now. He's running a little low on battery. He put the, oh, we need to turn on our sensors. Okay, we'll leave the CO2 one off. It's not connected to anything. This one we will turn back on. This one we will turn back on. And pressures are resuming. That's good. Let's go ahead and, so we can pop off our helmet at this point. Let's go ahead and install this here. So we'll have a second oxygen tank connected to a pump. Okay, there's that, and then we need to connect it to something. Specifically, we will want to connect it to the O2 alarm. Okay. And we're going to cruise around in our, yeah, okay, I do have space for one of these. We're going to cruise around in our new cargo pants and see about getting, filling up our RCS and oxygen, electricity, and then heading out and having some fun. Salvaging a little more on another ship. Okay, so our RCS and then oxygen. That's because we bought that, or just added that second tank. So basically this fills that tank for me. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And we had actually worked through quite a bit of power. Then before leaving, I want to make sure my, I need to check and see if my, yeah, the hip pocket had that ticket, so that's kind of important. Then I want to put this in the hip pocket of the cargo pants. We can basically sell the yellow coveralls at this point. I don't really have a desire to hang on to them. I'm pleased with those. And the reason I wanted to switch is there's more space on cargo pants. I could put water or something like that, food in these pockets, and that will make me happy. That's right, I wanted to check the ticket. Let's make sure it's not going to run out anytime soon, so we need to read that. 714. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? This doesn't seem to be a valid one. So I'm not sure how I was able to go and sell stuff earlier. Am I missing something there, guys? Read that again. 79,714. All right, I'm not sure what is going on there. I'm clearly missing something, but that's okay. This should tell me that I cannot trade because I don't have a ticket. And it did do that. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I suppose I sold it at some point, just didn't realize it, and that's fine. Just bought the new ticket. Now we'll trade. Sell. Cargo pants. Ticket that's in the cargo pants. Accept. Hopefully I didn't just, sell the ticket I just bought. Doesn't look like it. That's good. So the ticket I just bought should be the one in my hand. There it is. That makes sense. And then here I was going to sell the yellow coveralls. Is there anything else to sell? I don't think there is. I use those work lights. Nope. All looking good. Okay. There we have it. So we sold off our inventory there. I am going to wrap it up here. I think it'll make a good start for the next video to head out and complete this, find a ship to do some more salvaging and pay down my bills. So I do thank you for your time this time, and until next time, fair travels.